What's up, everybody? Welcome to the K-Pop Kimchi Podcast, your number one podcast for girl groups with the number one fanboys. I'm your host, Justin Turneau, with my co-host, Brian Limpa. Right back at it again.
Right back at it again.
Another week, another dollar.
Another week,
Kinda.
yeah, another day, another dollar. Out here working hard.
Oh, yeah.
Good news, update for everybody. I have assembled so many Dosey photo cards from all over the world.
Bringing them home.
Don't know when they'll be here. Some were supposed to be delivered today. They're nowhere to be found, so that's a good sign.
Good start.
I also worked out a deal with a person in Korea. Shout out to whoever you are. I may have mentioned this last week, but I finally got all of the face cards, objects for Soyeon. Took forever, but I finally did it, even though I don't technically have them yet, but they'll be here eventually. Excited for that.
Oh, yeah.
And person on Instagram that I messaged about these Dia photo cards I need, please message me back so I can buy them from you.
I know you're listening to this.
Because I'm going to give you a lot of money, and I need you to send them to me. Because that's how business works. You get any cool K-pop stuff lately?
Not really, man. I haven't bought anything in a minute. I don't know. I haven't bought any photo cards in a long time. I don't know what the most recent thing I got was, to be honest.
I really just go on these crusades of getting all the cards I want from my favorite members.
I haven't.
That's really what the problem boils down. I have a problem.
I haven't got any in a while. We should tomorrow. We're gonna go to St. Louis to our favorite K-pop store, Cork STL. So maybe I'll buy something there. We'll see what they got.
I did open some albums, and I got an abundance now of Jian and Chaein photo cards from Hide and Seek and Geeky Land. Because that's what I keep opening up from the packs, or not packs, the albums.
It's good stuff. Note, good stuff.
Only missing 2 Purple Kiss albums now, and I'll have all of them.
There you go.
In every version. So there's a fun update for you.
That is a fun update.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, the biggest update. I got the super exclusive Japanese Dear Violet Dosey jewel case that I've never seen ever in my life, but I somehow managed to get it on eBay at 3 a.m. out of left field for $60, and I was like,
there you go.
So the real gift here is going to be if I open that, since it's sealed, and the actual Dosey photo card from the album is in there, because I know there's 2 of them technically. One's with the album, one's a special one you can get. And there's people selling the albums with the person's face with the 2 photo cards because they're already opened.
Right.
So if you wanted E-Ray, you could get the E-Ray one with both their cards, or Swan. But of course, there's no Doseys or Doshi as the title implied.
That is what it said.
So if I get her photo card in her things, I'm pretty sure they don't come with them, any album really does.
Yeah.
I'll be extremely excited, because if not, I don't know where I'm ever going to find that.
Yeah.
But never say never, because I've said that before, and I've got a lot of cards I needed.
True. Absolutely.
So that's exciting.
That is exciting.
Also exciting is our awesome segment for the Not What You Came For music recommendation of the week.
Oh, yeah.
And my music recommendation this week is old school kind of pop punk band I was listening to at work today, because I have a bunch of albums saved on my Spotify, and if you they're in order from the ones you play the most to the ones you play the least. And the one that was at the bottom of the one that I saw today that I decided to listen to, because I hadn't listened to him a little bit, was our favorite old school band, Me vs. Hero. Super great band.
Nice.
We listened to their entire discography on the way to Kansas City.
Yeah, we did. Just another great memory from that perfect time.
Yep.
We really did.
They had 1 EP and 2 albums. And they got really catchy riffs and stuff.
They're really good. They're a really good band, or were a really good band.
They're one of those groups where if I listen to an album, they're not super long, even though maybe 7-8 songs. But when I listen to it, I'll listen to the entire thing. I won't just skip through. I'll just listen to the whole thing and play. Yeah, love them. I can't remember what the name of that song is. It's really bothering me now. It's literally Sea Raiders and Space Invaders, or
there should be.
I don't know. We'll go to our stats and info department.
We'll ask the cat to look it up for us. Well, while I'm doing that, I don't really have anything because I don't really listen to much music this week. So yeah, there you go. That's my recommendation is whatever your heart is feeling, because I don't have any non K-pop stuff really checked out this week. I just don't listen to that much music. It's weird because I love music, but I don't listen to it that much. Like I don't really listen to it at work, and I listen to it when I work out. But usually, that's like a set thing. You know what I mean? Like there's nothing really new there, or I'll just listen to like a sports podcast or something. But
sure.
What was I looking up? Oh, Me vs. Hero. That's a great name, by the way. Star Raiders.
I knew it was something like that. Yeah, Star Raiders.
I mean, you were like you were one word off.
I was close. That's a really sick. That's actually the first song I ever heard by him.
I think Raiders was the one word you didn't have, but you had everything else. So
yeah. That whole album's like the first thing.
Is that the one where the guy's eating the heart?
Like the French fries or whatever.
Yeah, I got it here. What is the album? Days That Shape Our Lives.
Yes, that's it. Yes, that's right.
What a pop punk name.
Lives. Yeah, super sick album. I'll link it in the thing. It's super good. I like how I'm hyping up this band. I can't even like name the songs that they have on there.
Just a fun date. I don't know if you said that came out in 2010. So,
yeah, it was a long time
2010.
Ago. Go to the other album with the dude holding the umbrella. There's like one really good song on there.
It's called I'm Completely Fine.
Yeah, and the one song, scroll down. It's called hold on.
Eisenberg?
5 Years. Love that song. It's so good.
That's actually from 2019, so that's like
stuck in my head all the time.
That's a lot more recent than 2010. So
that's very true.
That's like not that far away, even though it is.
So
and in K-pop,
shout out to Me vs. Hero. We're plugging you on this podcast.
Yeah, I mean that's
we couldn't name any of your songs or your
We
albums.
could just do a dual one because they are really sick, and we listen to them a lot in the car.
We do listen.
Very cool.
Spice Weasel Bam, classic.
Space Invaders.
I think it's called like the Upbeat Down or something like that. It's like a 7-song EP. It's like super good. And you were saying how you haven't listened to a lot of not K-pop songs.
Mm-hmm.
Well, honestly, this year I've not listened to a lot of K-pop songs at all.
Yeah.
The only ones I've really listened to are not K-pop songs, and that's Lit by Stacy and Yummy Yum from Universe Ticket.
That's like a great song.
The only K-pop I've listened to.
Yeah.
I did ask everybody in my chat, or our chat, to recommend me some boy group songs. And they actually gave me a couple really, really good songs I never heard before. They're really cool.
We'll have to do a boy group episode
so
coming up.
I listened to those, and those were good. I actually added some to my playlist. Oh, I lied. I listened to a lot of Purple Kiss. They're like my second most listened to artist of the year so far.
There you go.
Behind,
you know what?
like Moss to Flames.
I think this, from K-pop groups anyway, I've really liked the MX album. Like, I listen to Dash a lot. I like that song. It's very good. And then that one I Chillin' song.
Oh, Bite Me? That's really good.
I like that song too. There's been a few songs this year, just like on the running playlist that I've liked, but
I'm sure there's a lot more that'll be coming out. But I've just been really into like super defending pop punk, especially since they put Heavy Love back on Spotify for Man Overboard.
Yeah, honestly.
So I've been really into.
That's like the greatest genre of music ever. So
it's not like I don't like K-pop or listen to it. Like I listen to the playlist, I just don't like.
Yeah.
I haven't like found any super new ones or anything crazy that I've listened to lately, except for Yummy Yum, because I've watched every single fan cam of that multiple times.
Great.
And stage.
Great stage.
And steady cam.
Great. Great performance by everyone involved in that. On Universe Ticket. Shout out to everyone who watched that reaction video.
Yeah, well, shout out to you guys.
You guys are the best. Go Philippines.
Yeah, I know. The Philippines.
Shout out to you. You guys are champions. Champions.
I have listened to Triple S stuff. I do have like one very specific playlist that's literally Leo Presents, and it's just every group we've seen at Leo Presents. And I'll listen to that. So it's like Pixie, Tribe, Purple Kiss.
So
and that's it.
It is looking. I mean, it's funny because I talked to other people who are not associated with our Discord. We don't really know, but they were like, also, oh yeah, they said they also heard that Weekly was potentially the Leo Presents. So I'm like, I'm not sure how this rumor started or got around, but other people heard it too. And
I was actually thinking today, I'm kind of surprised they haven't announced anything yet. It's almost February.
I feel like any day, and we're starting to actually get concert announcements now for stuff. But in reading that little interview that Weekly had with someone, they said they're coming to the United States for a tour.
They did say that.
I feel like that is kind of a giveaway that it's going to be a Leo show, but who knows?
On the flip side of not listening to a lot of K-pop stuff, I've watched a ton of content lately.
It's really the best.
Like just random videos, or like reality stuff. Like I just watch like random Lightsum stuff all the time. Or
it's something that I like miss.
Triple S, like Signals. I'll watch I'll watch old Signals all the time.
I watch the Signals all. That's probably my number one thing I watch is Signals, or even going back and watching some old ones, because Signals are just the best. But I like miss, it's just like a time thing, but I do miss like watching content because it's the best. Like,
it did look like XG had some old school content when they went and like did something.
yeah,
We'll
like
have to look that up.
There's like so many things I see a thing on YouTube or something, I'm like or like I'll make sure it's like in like history so I can go back and look it up later. So much stuff like that. I've never even gone back yet, but I do miss having the time to watch more content and just like, because it's so fun.
So
I love the K-pop content. It's the best.
I've really made up for my lack of listening to music with my over saturation of K-pop content I've watched on YouTube recently.
Yeah, we've watched a lot of Purple Kiss stuff.
All of it.
Is it time for them to come back? About time.
Yeah, where's Purple Kiss at? I listened to like all their songs the other day, multiple times. Cursor's a really good song that I just discovered like 4 days ago.
I do listen to Triple S, because Triple S is also great.
I do listen to Triple S too. Sometimes I'll put my K-pop playlist on, I just don't even know what's playing, I'll just let it play.
I feel like Triple S has very nice, like, easy listening music where you can kind of just have it on. And like when I was putting my big giant Concorde Lego together, I listened to just Triple S the whole time. It was like a nice, like, soothing me through all the building, but yeah.
I don't know. Hopefully Pixie comes back soon. They haven't been active in a while, so maybe
what are they doing?
So maybe they're going to make a comeback.
Maybe they're getting ready. Yeah, maybe they're getting ready.
Everyone got like new hair, so we'll see.
The Seraphim's coming back. Yeah. Their little teaser thing was wild and weird, and we'll see what happens. Yunche fell down the steps, and I don't want to say I didn't laugh, but she got up like a champ. She freaking fell down.
When I saw it just reminds me of the one person's video about Chaeyoung
and Sharon. Yeah. That was like the funniest thing. That was years ago. That was so funny. But yeah, Manche took it like a champ. I was like, man, someone got paid big bucks to fall down the stairs.
I don't know, but there you got it like 3 weeks into the year, and that's our update for what's happening.
It's a pretty good update, honestly. It is weird. I'm like, man, it's been all this. It was like, it's still January.
Yeah, it is.
Still January.
But for this week's episode, we thought it was time for Welcome to the House Part 5. Because we have got some big, I guess, not really announcements.
Entrance, I guess. I don't know.
Some big news for Triple S since the last time we did this, because multiple things have happened.
A lot of stuff have happened.
So, we are going to update you, as we said we would. So, where we left off with episode 4 was Evolution just came out and had their song Invincible. And starting October 25th, 2023, they embarked on their Australian tour. Because they did not come to America. They went to Australia.
They went to Australia.
Shout out to all of our Australian friends listening to this. Probably not. I know you're out there, though. We talk to you every day.
Shout out to you guys. You got that tour just for you.
And their concert started in Melbourne on December 20th, 2023. It ended in Brisbane on December 23rd, 2023. So 3 days later. Yeah. So it was not a very long tour.
It was not very long.
But we saw some videos from it. It looked awesome. Good for you guys.
Really
you got a super cool concert. Then, December 1st, 2023, the first ballad subunit was announced called Triple S Aria. And we might have talked about this on another episode. I don't really remember. Mm-hmm. But basically, you had Dion, who was quote-unquote chosen to like automatically be in the group because she was like the vocalist, like the main vocalist of the group, you know? Mm-hmm. And the other members were all split up into multiple 4-member units, and everyone voted for which 4 people they want to be with Dion. So there was actually 5 people. It ended up being Dion, Nian, Jiwoo, Kaide, and Chaeyoung. And in between Arya actually being chosen and then debuting, we got something else announced. And that was on December 11th, 2023, we got the next 4 members of Triple S announced. And that would be Triple S NXT. And that was a whirlwind of people dropping names and guessing and not being correct.
A lot of wrong. But I mean, what are you going to do?
Sort of fashion.
You know, what are you going to do?
We got S17 Lin, S18 Jubin, S19 Haeyeon, and S20 Xion. And all of them made up NXT. Yes. And they had this song that came out on December 23rd, 2023. The same day that Triple S Evolution was getting done in Brisbane, apparently.
Big day for Triple S.
It really was. And they debuted with their digital single, Just Do It. And we've actually seen the video and stuff, so we're watching this like special video that they just came out with like yesterday. Or maybe it was today. I don't know. Well, I guess it would have been yesterday because now it's 2 o'clock in the morning, so. But this song's actually really fun. I remember the audio came out and I listened to it and I was like, you know what? This is a pretty cool song.
Yeah, it was.
To see him like actually do it.
Very cool song. A really nice introduction song for them too. Just do it.
It'd actually be really interesting to see this. I never saw who like sang what parts. And we've also had a little time to like get to know the members a little bit because they've been like on signals and stuff, and they just like got introduced into their houses.
Yeah.
So everyone's been hanging out with them. And they're actually really fun.
Yeah, it's everyone's like entering the group really well.
It's always the best though, getting like the player introductions into the house.
Yeah, when they first show up, it's always super, super awesome.
I'm actually really glad since they got introduced as a 4-person unit, which actually was the first unit that was not voted on by the fans.
Yeah.
That they all get introduced into the actual houses one at a time, so they can have like that full super awkward experience of being introduced into the house.
I think it's like honestly one of the best parts of Triple S, so it was important that they kind of had that. And everyone's just really quiet and
they really are.
And quiet, awkward, but it works. And then they like figure out where they're sleeping.
Now, so for the members of NXT, they're not like in order from S17 to S20. They're in order from oldest to youngest, right?
Mm-hmm.
So we got S20 Shion, who's a vocalist, who's born April 3rd, 2006, and she's Korean. And she's actually a former P Nation trainee who trained with Nakyeon and Heirin. So they knew who she was. She loves food, which is very true because she like always talks about food. That's like the first place her mind goes and asks her questions.
She does.
She also passed the Mod House auditions on September 19th, 2023. So she's been there for a couple months. And obviously she's a member of NXT.
So she was probably just good to go when she got accepted to.
Yeah. And she also has this like adorable little, kind of squeaky little person voice.
I just like, I'm like, is that really how her voice sounds? It's crazy.
She's adorable though. Then after that we have S17 Lin, or Kawakami Lin, which is her actual name. And she is a dancer. She was born April 12th, 2006. She's Japanese, and of course she attends the Hanlin Multi-Art School, like everybody does.
I don't know how much school's even going on there, to be honest.
She does not like spicy or scary things. And she is a member of NXT, obviously. And she's also 5'7", which means she's tied with Jiwoo for being the second tallest members in the group. Which she was extremely tall when we first saw her.
She certainly looks tall.
A lanky giant.
She certainly looks tall.
Then we have S19 Haein, who's a dancer vocalist and was born August 1st, 2007. She's Korean. She has a brother, and she attends the Leela Art School. She also likes scary movies and is a member of NXT. Also, they're kind of new, so there's not like a ton of information about them because, you know, they've been in the group
this
for
was a thing,
month.
And this was a thing where people had no idea either. There's like people making up complete falsehood information about these people and like putting it online.
Oh yeah,
like,
it's crazy.
I have no idea what would make someone want to do that, but literally like someone said someone was half Mexican.
Yeah, like half Japanese and half Hispanic.
No, she was like 100% Hispanic, and then someone's like, no, they're half Hispanic.
Yeah,
like,
I don't know, it was crazy.
No one is.
Like they were talking about like Lin. It was
what are we talking about? Like, where did that come from?
Then finally we have S18 Jubin, who's the visual and the new Maknae. She was born January 16th, 2009. She is Korean. She attends the Cornerstone Collegiate Academy of Seoul. That sounds like the most prestigious place I've ever seen in my life.
That sounds like the most nice school I've ever, like Zoe 101 school.
It really does. Also, fun fact, it says she likes scary things but does not like scary movies.
That doesn't make sense.
So I guess she likes...
like people, I don't know.
Sky gliding, but not...
like scary...
slasher movies?
Yeah. That's something we got to ask more questions about. That doesn't make sense.
And obviously she's a member of NXT.
Mm-hmm.
So with those 4 members being introduced, that brings us to 20 members of Triple S. And that gives us 14 Korean members, 4 Japanese members, 1 Chinese member, and 1 Taiwanese member.
That sounds like we need to bring shouting home.
I know, right? So there's a lot of Korean members here, which I mean, it makes sense.
Makes
It's a K-pop
sense.
group.
Makes sense.
Now, after we got that debut, we got the debut of Aria finally on January 15th, 2024. And they released their single album with the most metal name I've ever heard in my life.
Yeah,
Structure of Sadness.
That's so cool.
With the most basic name I've ever heard in my life called Door.
Yeah.
Now we're going to watch this live stage because
it's just
I've not seen one.
the electricity.
You know, I'm kind of shocked that they didn't promote the NXT girls at all on any shows or anything.
I know. Who's promoting that deep piano, though? I feel like from signals and watching them on so much stuff, I don't want this to sound the wrong way, but I just can't take them serious.
I know I can't.
Because they're just like so goofy and fun and like silly people. Like I can't take Chaeyoung doing anything because she's so goofy.
Well, I was about to say I really had my
and like Jiwoo
I really had
and,
my
like,
doubts about
Kaide.
Kaide performing out here, but she's doing it.
I was like, you know, they're just all so goofy that I'm like, are we really singing right now? And even like the signal was of them today, and they're just hilarious.
Also, I'm not gonna lie, I never really hear too much vocal stuff from Nian until this, but she actually did a really good job.
Yeah.
Very good vocalist. Very long arms.
What if they just had super intense choreo for this?
I know,
Like,
right? But they're not like standing in place, which I mean, you have to.
It's ballad time. If there's not like white confetti petals from the ceiling, then I don't know what we're doing here.
This is a really good song, though.
Very sentimental.
It is.
Door.
Yeah, what is the Structure of Sadness?
That's such a cool name. Like, Structure of Sadness is awesome.
Like, if you're gonna open up the pits, the Structure of Sadness.
Like, that sounds like the most
live.
heavy, like, just destruction band I've ever heard in my life. Of people just punching each other in the face. Little do they know. It's exactly that.
I know. What a beautiful song by some beautiful people.
Aria. What would Chan say? Is like, hello, we are Triple S Aria Na Grande. And she like died laughing. Jews just stared at her. Where's the crowd? Do we have the wave fake light sticks out there?
Yeah, everybody, who you voting for your light stick favorites?
You know, I'm not trying to be mean to people. I saw a lot I did not like.
Yeah.
Most I was not a fan of. But everyone's trying their best, so that's okay. Or also, on this, I don't think we should count the ones that someone just typed into AI. That's just my opinion. I don't think we should count those. I think
I'm interested to see what
I think
else
that's kind of
happens.
cheating.
I think voting or submissions actually end like tomorrow. So
Wait, how you enter it?
you just post it in the thing,
Oh,
and they just pick.
in like the Discord?
finalists. Yeah.
So that Discord's legitimate?
Where you posted it, that's where it's supposed to be at.
Oh, alright, good.
Yeah.
I didn't know that was like actually from, I thought it was just like someone made a Triple S thing. Not
No,
like,
that's the actual official Triple S Discord.
Heck
And
yeah.
that's where you're supposed to post the thing at, so you did it.
Knock on the door.
So, I don't know how they actually determine which ones are picking,
I
which ones
don't
are
know.
not, because I'm sure a lot of those are not going to get picked.
Oh,
And it's just going to be something super basic, like all the other light sticks.
yeah, that's fine. I saw some guy like 3D printed something already. I'm like, man, he's got the ability to.
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know what it really was, but it was like in hand. It
That's
was
like when I
this is
made
my
mine.
idea.
I wasn't trying to make something like super wild, because when have you ever seen a light stick like that? Like never.
Like a wild one. If I've seen different ones, but as far as like a crazy one, not really.
Because some of those are
Honestly,
like really out there.
zero base ones is pretty different, but it's still just a light ring with like a flower. Itzy's was different when it came out. Luna's was just really long, but it's
Yeah.
still just like a light stick.
So
We both threw some in
Pretty
there,
simple.
but I mean, who knows? They're probably gonna. Again, they're gonna pick the person who has like the nicest presentation. Who knows how to use like fancy software.
yeah, probably. I don't know. We'll see.
I'm excited for it though. I'm excited for them to get a light stick because it's gonna be awesome.
But that also brings us to our update on Triple S, which, I mean, it's kind of a quick episode, but there was actually a lot of stuff that happened. We got 4 new members. We got 2 new singles released. We got a whole new subunit. Technically 2 subunits.
It's pretty crazy.
I'm still waiting to see what the next big gravity is, because they said a long time ago that the gravities are always going to take place at the beginning of the year, and the beginning of the year is now. So we'll see what happens.
And they're having their I don't think it's happened yet, but they're having a big concert.
I think it's like in a month, right?
In
like
Korea or something. And like they're literally having like all the units that they've had. It's almost like a last like hurrah for all the units they've had are going to perform, and they're going to do everything, and then they're going to...
it's like separate days too.
And then they're going to like kind of start over. So maybe that's when our gravity will hit.
It's like...
Which is
Evolution has their own day, then Evolution has their own day.
That's so sick.
And then Triple S has its own day.
I
think this might be the first time we see NXT actually performing on a stage in front of people.
Right.
Because I know in the one little teaser thing they're asking about, or teaser, I cannot get my stuff straight today. Signal that they were leaving practice early because the other girls were practicing for the concert and they like left early.
Yeah, they were like home early and just like standing in their house.
So I'm not sure what they're going to be doing. Hopefully they get to go do something. That'd be kind of cool.
I gotta give them credit because like that has to be... It's nice that they came in with 4 people because that had to be kind of difficult because you already have such an established team of Triple S what it was before. Like everyone knows there's going to be more members, but I was like, that's hard because these like you have Lovevolution, Evolution, and stuff before that. Like these are really established people that you're just like throwing in there now. It's like, oh, you're here, you're a part of this now. So I'm sure that was like a little bit intimidating for them. So shout out to the new girls for, you know...
The best is...
like just kind of getting in there and doing it.
Haeyeon going into the Ara Hawaiian room, which is the most random assortment of any of the members I could ever imagine. And the face that she made when they told her that she had to be part of their ringtone, oh my gosh, I was dying.
Cheon, that's why I just can't take her serious. And she's like, I have to do it too.
It's like the weirdest to remember. It's like Tone, Cheon,
that poor girl.
Haerin, and now
Haerin just a little just devious. I was like, that poor girl is traumatized and it's her first day. Come on, guys. Like
she really was.
She was so over it. I was like, come on. You don't have to do it. But yeah, shout out to them for you know, being the newbies and doing a really good job. And it is fun to see them be kind of integrated more with the members before. And
it looks like Jubin's actually doing pretty good there because
obviously everyone's...
Subin's been a good tour. So.
Nothing is more fun than seeing the Maknae get passed on to just younger people. That's like what everyone is most excited about is them becoming Uni. So
Suman went and bought some of those like make your own candy things because Jubin said she wanted to do one for a signal. So
Suman's honestly, she's really great and she's hilarious. She's a very funny human being. Like I watched the one again of her going to Yeonji's graduation, which she's like a year or two older than her.
Oh,
so
yeah.
It's not even like she's like, she's so lucky to have a pretty Uni like me coming. She's like, her friends are going to be so jealous. I was like, like their age.
My favorite part is when she's like, yeah, I'm going to be here for Yeonji, who basically is my daughter. And she goes, well, I'm not really bringing her. She's going on her own.
Yeah. That was a really funny one, too. And she's like in the crowd. Everyone's blurred out except Yeonji's little face in the middle. They're just goofs.
The other one that I think is funny is when they're like cooking together, like making the pancakes.
Oh, yeah.
They're just like so mean to each other. It's the best.
It's just a real great relationship. So, yeah, Jubin gets to be a part of that kind of Maknae line now. So
what a wild Maknae line.
It really is crazy.
Man, good times. No,
so we have 4 more people.
Could be anybody.
4 more people.
My guess is, though, that they already have the people.
100%.
So, I mean, so anyone's guessing over the last month or so, definitely not going to be
My favorite thing is when people, which, I mean, probably myself included, just guess, complete superstars, out there, just, we got to scoop them up. Why are we not scooping them up?
The other funny part was,
why are we not getting LeBron James?
Remember when they, put their fingers in, made a star? People, guessing who it was based off their hands?
Yeah.
I'm like, why would you know that?
Yeah, I don't know.
And, nobody was right.
But, yeah, you're right. I'm sure the people who are already there, already training, and they're just under the radar right now because it's not time for them to be.
And I'm pretty sure Lynn said in one of the signals that she's been there since, last March.
Right.
So, I mean, she's almost been there, a whole year before she debuted.
Yeah, that's crazy.
So they definitely have everybody ready that they're going to be bringing out. It's just a win. If I had to guess, I'd say, depending on this next Gravity, they might do the next big Gravity. Then after that, they'll probably have them towards the end of the year.
I kind of feel
because when they did Lovevolution, Evolution, they had a long gap in between putting the next 4 people in there.
I feel like this is going to be faster, and I feel like they kind of want to get the group complete. You know what I mean? Maybe it's time to do that. But again, also, they could do one at a time, and it could take forever.
I hope they do one at a time.
You never know. One at a time was
Although it'd be
good.
kind of weird going back to one at a time and they introduced 4 of them together.
I feel like it should almost be 4 and 4, but I get it. And then everyone gets their own introduction to the house. As long as we're doing that,
that's all that really matters.
As long as we're doing that, well, we're okay. So, but yeah, Triple S is the best.
Do you know what else is the best? Our last segment of the day.
Oh yeah.
Idol of the week.
I really don't have one. Time to go look at Instagram.
It could be anybody.
I need to see.
But by anybody, I mean my idol of the week is Dosey from Purple Kiss.
Nice. The variation is great.
I was going to say, I don't know who's shocked by this, but that's my idol of the week. Sorry to disappoint everybody. I wish I could change it, but I can't help who I am.
I know. You cannot. You gotta stand up for what you believe, honestly.
And especially after this extravagant spending.
I'm gonna say, you spent a lot of money recently, so...
spending on Dosey photo cards from literally all over the world. She's got to be idol of the week.
Legit. All right. Time to do my super intense research of the last Instagram person I saved. So if my phone would load, it would be fun to... Okay, here we go. So my idol of the week is someone completely deserving, and that is Honey from New Jeans.
Yes,
Good
Honey.
job. Honey fam.
Honey fam. We also watched a funny video with her.
You're so funny. They are
Danny
so
today.
Hilarious and funny all the time. Just, they are like the biggest group ever. So, good job. Good job, little
Honey.
fam.
Good job.
Hey, let your fam know in Australia that you won. So
yeah, no. Good job, little fam. Good job, Dosey. We did also just watch a bunch of Purple Kiss content from like their Japanese concert or something they had.
It's just time to run
that
back.
And that was like life changing. So
run it back.
Good job, Dosey. You probably just won for like the 6th, 7th.
A lot of times, honestly.
Week in a row.
Honestly, shout out to the Dreamcatcher still being hung up here because don't want to say you're forgotten about, but just way to still be here.
It's been there so long, I just kind of forget that it's there.
And it really matches your wall well.
It just kind of blends in.
It blends in. I just always look at Dami looking up at the moon or
yeah. I
was
know.
where's she?
Look
what is she?
Right now.
What is she thinking right now? Looking up at the sky.
Maybe when I get something else, I'll take it down. But I honestly just forget that it's there.
I always just wonder what Dami's thinking.
We all wonder.
And wonder what Haywan's. We just have a lot of pictures of people in this room that I'm like, what are we thinking at this very moment?
What is Haywaning over there?
With her big bunny hat thing.
So, but yeah, there we go. Triple S Part 5. Stay tuned for Part 6 eventually.
Oh yeah.
We'll see what happens. We're gonna keep this series going for as long as Triple S exists.
Yeah, we got to.
As long as things are happening.
We got to.
But I guess we'll talk to you guys next week. Until then, keep standing your faves.
Peace.
Later.